Hello everyone, this is Dr. Chirag. How are you all? So let's start with the next part of where we have left, and that is uh, starting creating an object of uh, series of values. Okay, so the values may be numeric values. My values may be teachers, values may be text even. So how can we create series? Means if you might have seen in Excel sheet, as you create variables, say for example age. So you write say for example 76 is 64, 23, 25. So this is a variable age. Okay, now this particular variable age has got a series, okay, for these many observations. So can we create the same data in R as such? Is it possible? Yes, it's very much possible. Can we also create a text variable, that is for example say gender? In case if I want to create a variable which is either we call it as a string, we may call it as a nominal variable, we may also call it as a character variable. Okay, we may also call it as a factor variable. And why we call it as a factor character, that we will discuss later. But we can give values like male or say female, and again female and or male, so whatever. Okay, so these are the you can see that this is the gender, okay, or maybe the third gender, so whatever. So you can easily calculate, you can easily write and create these variables called gender and age. And how is it possible in creating these variables in R? Now combining these two variables to create a data set, which we call it as a data frame in R. How that is possible, that we will discuss later. But before that, let's first understand how to create this variable age and this variable gender in R. So it's very easy to actually do that. Okay, we use a function called C function, which is small c, not capital. Okay, which is actually a concatenate function. However, we call it as a very common name as a combination function, the combining function. So whenever we use C function, this C actually is used to combine these two. So C can be used to combine the numerics. Okay, C can be used to combine the characters. Okay, the characters. C can be used to combine the objects. So whatever. So we will as we move further in this course of R, we will learn how C can be applied in various situations. Okay, so let's start doing it. So let's so we have already created a new script and we have not written anything here. So let me first write a comment creating a series of numbers or characters. Okay, characters. Okay, we call it as a vector in R. We may also call it as a variable in R. So in which situation we call it as a variable, we will discuss it later, but try to understand. So we are here, the objective, so we are here learning how to create a vector, how to create a series of numbers. So very easy, so very simple. Let's make the use of C function. Okay, so let's start with that. So in case if I want to create a variable with the name age, so I'll write age and I'll give a sign of assignment. How to do that? It's alt dash. Okay, if we write alt dash, we can create this sign of assignment. We'll use the C function. We'll write some numbers, so some hypothetical numbers. Okay, nothing to do with our calculations and all. Okay, so this is a kind of series of 5 1 2 3 4 5 numbers, 5 numeric numbers. Okay, control enter. So just see here, so we have created an object. Okay, so we have created an object with the name age here, and this particular object has numeric in nature. 1 to 5 means 5. 1:5 has number of two types of meanings, but let's first say that is 1 to 5. So first is 34, 35, 78, 24 and 12, and we can see here as well. Okay, so so as we all know that the result comes where? Result comes here in console. So if I want to recall the object which I have just created, I'll write print and press Control Enter. In case if I do not even write print and then press Control Enter, even then I'll get the same result. So this is how we can create a variable. Okay, and we also call it as a vector. We can also create character vector, means a variable which is string in nature, which is nominal in nature, which is character in nature, which is text in nature. So how can we do that? Just write, say for example, as we have taken the example, the gender. So we'll start with C. We will write, say, male, and then we may write again male, and then we will write, say, female. So what is important here that you should notice that now I'm using double inverted commas here. Why I'm using that? Because for any character variable we need to use that. If we will not use that, see what will happen. See, so if I'm not using errors, in case if I say Control Enter, it will throw an error to me, and it is saying false. Oh, okay. Say if I write, say, because it has taken actually F as a false. So in case if I write, say, female, okay, Control Enter, it will say, see, female not found. Okay, it has taken F as a symbol for false, so that's why it is shown false. Okay, otherwise it will show you an error because it's saying there is nothing called female here. Okay, so in that case it would be difficult for us to understand why it's happening, because we have not created any object with the name female. But in case if I use, say, double inverted commas and F, it means that yes, we have again created a numeric not numeric, a character variable or a vector with the name gender, okay, which has got 5 values in it, MF. Okay, so this is how we actually create text or numeric vectors. So in case if I want to recall, I may use print function as such, Control and Enter, or I may directly write the name of the object. Just see here, you must notice that when I write an object, okay, I don't, and it's also a text actually, but I'm not putting inverted commas. Why? Because it's an object. So for an object you don't have to create. So for an object you don't have to put inverted commas as you have put in here. So this is one thing that we must be very careful. And the second thing is, for all the values which are text in nature, try to understand text in nature, we need to use inverted commas. Okay, so this is something that you must know. So I think the objective of this small video is creation of what? Numeric variable and text variable. Okay, in the next video we will learn how to combine these two variables. Can we combine and make it as a data frame? Is it possible? Let's understand in our next video. Thank you.